It was a bright December day in 1945. The air was crisp and the sky was a perfect shade of blue, promising ideal flying conditions. The sun shone brightly on the Naval Air Station in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, casting long shadows on the tarmac. 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers were lined up, their engines humming in anticipation. These aircraft were about to embark on what was supposed to be a routine training mission. Such flights were a common sight at the base. The war was over, but the need for skilled pilots remained. Young aviators fresh out of training needed to hone their skills and stay sharp. It was a calm day at the airfield, and no one expected anything out of the ordinary. The routine activities of the base continued as usual. This mission, designated Flight 19, would soon become a haunting mystery that would baffle experts for decades. The air crackled with anticipation as the pilots, eager to take to the skies, meticulously went through their pre-flight checks, ensuring everything was in order. There was a palpable sense of camaraderie among the young men. Their laughter and banter echoed across the tarmac, a testament to their close-knit bond. Little did they know that this routine training mission would be their last. As they boarded their planes, they were unaware of the fate that awaited them. Their fates would soon be forever intertwined with the legend of the Bermuda Triangle, a mystery that continues to intrigue and mystify to this day. Their mission was simple. The pilots, seasoned and confident, had done this many times before. They knew the routine like the back of their hands. Fly east from Fort Lauderdale over the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. The initial leg of the journey was familiar territory, a route they had flown countless times. They would conduct bombing practice at a designated target area. This was a critical part of their training, honing their skills for real combat scenarios. Then they would turn north and fly over Grand Bahama Island. The lush tropical landscape below was a stark contrast to the endless blue of the ocean. Finally, they would turn again, heading back to the base. This final leg was supposed to be the easiest, a straight shot back to familiar ground. The entire flight was to last about 3 hours. It was a well-planned mission with every detail meticulously mapped out. The plan was straightforward, a routine exercise for experienced pilots. They trusted their training and their aircraft, confident in their ability to complete the mission. The flight path, forming a triangular shape over the ocean, was etched in the minds of the pilots. This triangular route was a standard training exercise designed to test their navigation skills. Each leg of the journey had its own estimated time, a familiar rhythm to ensure their safe return. The timing was crucial as it allowed them to stay on course and avoid any potential hazards. However, this time fate had other plans, as if an unseen hand was ready to erase their carefully charted course from the sky. The Bermuda Triangle, with its mysterious reputation, loomed ominously ahead. Leading Flight 19 was Lieutenant Charles C. Taylor, a seasoned pilot with a distinguished record. He had flown many combat missions during the war. His experience and skill were unquestioned. The other 4 planes carried student pilots, eager to learn from the best. Taylor's presence instilled confidence in the young men. Taylor, a man who had stared death in the face during the war, was now tasked with guiding young pilots on a peacetime training mission. His instructions were clear, his voice steady as he outlined the mission parameters. He was their compass, their leader, responsible for bringing them home safely. The 5 Avengers took off at 2:10 p.m. They soared into the clear blue sky, their engines humming a confident tune. Initially, the flight proceeded as planned. They reached the bombing range and successfully completed their exercise, but as they turned north, something went wrong. Lieutenant Taylor reported that his compass was malfunctioning. He was unsure of his heading. The malfunctioning compass, a vital instrument for navigation, injected the first seed of doubt into the mission. The clear sky, the calm ocean, all seemed to mock their predicament as their guide, their sense of direction, started to falter. The routine mission was taking an ominous turn. Section 5. Lost in the storm's fury. As if responding to the compass's erratic behavior, the weather began to deteriorate. Clouds gathered, casting an eerie shadow over the once placid sea. Visibility decreased and the wind picked up, buffeting the planes. The student pilots, their nerves on edge, relied on Taylor's experience. They desperately needed his guidance to navigate through the unexpected storm. The storm, like an unwelcome intruder, disrupted the serenity of the open ocean. The wind howled, a menacing symphony that drowned out the comforting hum of the engines. Fear crept into the hearts of the young pilots as they found themselves trapped in a swirling vortex of wind and water. Section 6. Desperate calls, fading hope. Radio communications became increasingly frantic. Taylor's voice, usually calm and assured, was now tense with urgency. He could not get a clear reading from his instruments. He was lost and disoriented. Static interfered with the transmissions, each crackle of static heightening the tension. The student pilots, their voices tinged with fear, could only listen to their leaders' increasingly desperate pleas for direction. Every crackle of static over the radio was a nail hammered into the coffin of hope. The outside world, so close yet so far away, could only listen helplessly as the drama unfolded. The once routine training mission had transformed into a desperate struggle for survival. Section 7. Vanished without a trace. As darkness descended, the radio transmissions from Flight 19 grew weaker, then silence. The 5 Avengers, with their 6 crew members, had vanished. A massive search and rescue operation was immediately launched. Planes and ships scoured the area where Taylor had last reported his position, but they found nothing. No wreckage, no life rafts, no sign of the missing planes. Days turned into weeks, and the hope of finding survivors dwindled. The families of the missing airmen clung to fading hope, their anguish amplified by the lack of answers. The disappearance of Flight 19 became a chilling reminder of the ocean's vastness and its power to swallow secrets whole. Section 8. The Bermuda Triangle, Fact or Fiction. The disappearance of Flight 19 fueled speculation and gave rise to numerous theories. Some blamed it on human error, suggesting that Taylor had become disoriented and led the squadron in the wrong direction. Others pointed to the sudden storm, claiming it was a rare and unpredictable weather phenomenon. However, the most popular explanation, and the most enduring, linked the incident to the mysterious Bermuda Triangle. This area in the North Atlantic Ocean, notorious for unexplained maritime disappearances, became synonymous with Flight 19. Theories abound, ranging from magnetic anomalies that disrupt compasses to underwater methane eruptions that could sink ships. Some even whispered about alien abductions and gateways to other dimensions. Section 9. Unanswered Questions. Linger. Despite extensive searches and numerous investigations, the disappearance of Flight 19 remains one of aviation's greatest unsolved mysteries. The squadron of 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers vanished without a trace during a routine training mission over the Bermuda Triangle. Theories abound, but none have provided definitive answers. The lack of concrete evidence has only deepened the enigma. No wreckage, no distress signals, and no survivors have ever been found. The ocean seems to have swallowed them whole, leaving behind only questions. Did the planes crash into the sea due to navigational errors and fuel exhaustion? The pilots reported compass malfunctions and disorientation before losing contact. Could these technical failures have led them astray? Were they victims of a sudden and catastrophic weather event? The Bermuda Triangle is notorious for its unpredictable and severe weather patterns. A sudden storm could have overwhelmed the inexperienced pilots. Or did something more sinister befall them in the Bermuda Triangle? Stories of strange magnetic anomalies, time warps, and even extraterrestrial involvement have fueled speculation for decades. The mystery of Flight 19 serves as a stark reminder of the power of the unknown. The ocean, vast and unyielding, holds many secrets that may never be uncovered. It is a tale whispered across generations, a maritime enigma that continues to capture the imagination and fuel speculation. Families of the lost airmen still seek closure, their hearts heavy with unanswered questions. The ocean, in its vastness, holds its secrets close, a silent guardian of the mysteries that lie beneath its waves. As long as the sea remains, so too will the stories of Flight 19, echoing through time.